Hey, what's this supposed to mean? Why are you ignoring me like this?
What are you talking about? I'm tired from work, okay? And for the record, I'm not ignoring you.
You totally are. Sure, you give short replies like, or fine, but that's it.
Hey, listen, we're married now. We're not some starry-eyed couple who just started dating. I don't have time for pointless chit-chat.
Excuse me? In case you forgot, we literally just got married.
So what? Are you expecting me to act all lovey-dovey with you or something? I'm exhausted from work, so leave me alone.
I work too, you know. I just asked what you wanted for dinner. Is it really that big of a deal?
If you're so worried about dinner, figure it out yourself. Isn't that your job as a wife?
Wait a second. Even though we're both working full-time, cooking is suddenly my responsibility?
That's right. That's just the way things are. And stop asking me about it.
Wow, that's your excuse? You're not even trying to justify it. Gabe, when we're outside, you're so normal. But as soon as we're home, you turn into this?
If only we'd moved in together before marriage. But no, you had to live with your parents until the wedding. We didn't get to try living together, and now we're stuck with this mess. Honestly, it's your fault.
Hold on, why are you trying to blame me? That's not the issue here.
Look, I don't care whose fault it is. For now, just leave me alone, okay? Make dinner and leave it by my room. Got it?
Seriously? What is this?
Oh, and another thing, don't say welcome home to me anymore. It's annoying as hell. If you're bored, go hang out in a park or something. Just don't be here when I get back.
Isn't being greeted with welcome home by your wife supposed to be one of the little joys of marriage? Why did you even get married if this is how you feel?
Brooke, I got something for you today, an assortment of jellies. I thought we could share them. You like jelly, don't you?
What's with the sudden change of heart?
What do you mean? A husband buying a little gift for his wife is completely normal, isn't it? By the way, why aren't you home? Did you go out somewhere?
Well, you hate it when I say welcome home, right? So I figured I'd work from a cafe for a while.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I'll cook dinner while you're out. Take your time and come back whenever you're ready.
Wait, what? Are you okay? Did someone swap bodies with you? You're acting like a completely different person.
Yeah, you're funny. Anyway, I'll get started on cooking now. You just focus on your work, okay?
What on earth is happening right now?
Didn't I already tell you not to say welcome home? I'm tired from work. And don't knock on my door either.
I just wanted to ask if you had any laundry to put out. You ignored me earlier when I tried asking in person.
There's no laundry. Just leave me alone.
What is going on with you? Yesterday you were surprisingly nice for once, but now you're back to this attitude.
How am I supposed to know? I told you to stop bothering me. Just because we're married doesn't mean you have to keep pestering me. I don't want to talk to you after a long day at work.
I can't believe this. What's even the point anymore? Is that really true?
Yeah, it seems like he's been coming to our place a lot lately. At first he came with some other people, but now he shows up alone almost every time.
He's been going to a hostess club that often? Where's he even getting the money for that?
Huh? Doesn't he have money? He's always drinking a ton like there's no tomorrow. Honestly, all of us thought he must be some rich guy's son or something.
He's drinking that much? No way. He should not have that kind of money.
Really? Then why did you even marry a guy like him?
What?
I mean, come on, just look at him. He totally gives off that deadbeat vibe. Like, if he's in a bad mood, he comes to the club just to take it out on people. Some of the girls here have even banned him outright because of it.
So he's like that on the outside too, huh?
Yeah, but you know, his spending's pretty generous. That's why I put on a smile and deal with him. Honestly, I thought you married him because you were after his wallet.
Wait, how did you even figure out he's my husband?
Oh, it was obvious from the way you were talking about him. It's not like this town is that big.
Then why are you telling me all this? About Gabe being a regular at the Hostess Club?
Well, come on. You called me and ranted about your husband for over an hour. Keeping this to myself just didn't feel right as someone who knows you.
I see. What? I really talked for an hour? Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble so much.
Of course you did. If my husband turned out to be such a mess, I'd be venting nonstop too. It's the absolute worst. Honestly, this is why I always say living together before getting married is super important. You never really know someone until you're sharing a space with them.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to live together first too, but...
But what?
Well, my grandma was really sick at the time, and I didn't want to leave her.
Oh.
She was in the final stages of her illness, and we had her in hospice care at home. I wanted to be there for her until the end. She passed away now, though.
That makes sense. If your grandma was in that condition, of course you wouldn't leave. But even after that, why didn't you live together?
By then, we'd been together for a long time, so I thought if we were going to live together, we might as well just get married.
Oh, that was a huge mistake. Your sick grandma didn't have anything to do with this situation. This is all in your overly optimistic thinking.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, if you want, I could try to dig up more information for you. He seems to like me, though it's probably just as someone to take his bad moods out on.
You'd really do that? That would be a huge help. I've already decided to divorce him, but there are still so many things I want to know.
Honestly, I've been curious too. Like, why is he always drinking in the middle of the day?
Wait, during the day?
Yeah, he never comes at night. And that's why all of us thought he must be some super rich guy.
Now that you mention it, he's always home at night. But if he's going to a hostess club during the day, what about his job?
Don't worry, I'll find out everything. Just leave it to me.
Why are you still here? I told you to be gone when I get home.
Right.
Right? That's all you've got to say? Are you trying to mess with me? What the hell are you doing banging on the door like that? I'm exhausted and you're just trying to piss me off, aren't you?
I need to talk to you about something. Can you come out for a minute?
I've told you 1,000,000 times I got nothing to say to you. I'm tired from work.
Fine, then I won't say anything to you anymore.
Good, that's exactly what I want.
But just for today, there's something important I need to tell you. After that, I promise I won't bother you again.
Oh, you're so annoying. Just make dinner already.
All right, I'll leave your food outside the door, so make sure to take it.
What the hell are you even talking about? What's this? Divorce papers? What exactly are you trying to do here?
Sign them. There's no point in us living together anymore, is there? If you hate having someone else in the house so much, I think you're better off living alone.
Ha! There's no way I'm agreeing to a divorce. You think you could just waltz in here and suggest a divorce? Who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am? What does that even mean? Last I checked, marriage was supposed to be an equal partnership.
No, divorce is something the man decides on. That's how it's supposed to be. And let me make this clear, I'm not planning on divorcing you, so you can forget about me signing anything.
Oh, is that so? You're not planning on getting a divorce? Even though having someone else in the house irritates you so much?
That has nothing to do with this. Those are two completely different things. And besides, when I'm not tired from work, I'm nice to you, aren't I?
Nice to me. You're in a strangely good mood on rare occasions, but that's really it. Rare.
What? I bought you jelly, didn't I?
Jelly? And what's that supposed to mean? Do you think buying jelly is a key to a happy marriage or something?
Anyway, I'm telling you now, I absolutely refuse to accept this divorce.
Oh, I see. The reason you're so against the idea of divorce is that you wouldn't be able to survive on your own, isn't it? I mean, you're just a part-time worker making $600 a month.
What?
And lately, you haven't even been working, have you? Yet you still have the nerve to say, I'm tired from work.
Not working? Where are you getting this nonsense from? Who's feeding you these lies? Stop making things up.
I know the truth. I know you're not working. Instead, you've been wandering around doing whatever you want all day.
What are you talking about? You don't know what you're saying? You can't just accuse me of something like that without proof.
Oh, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why don't you admit it? You quit your part-time job where you were barely scraping by with $600 a month and decided to make money through gambling instead.
Ugh.
When you win, you're in a great mood. But when you lose, it's the worst. And since you've been losing constantly, you've been in a foul mood all the time. Isn't that right?
How do you even know about the gambling?
Like I said, I see through you completely. I even know that you once hit it big at the horse races. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, wasn't it? And that's what gave you the brilliant idea to quit your job and live off gambling. You kept all of this a secret from me, of course.
Even that.
You even went to the races with your coworkers from your part-time job, bought a few random tickets without knowing a thing about horse racing, and ended up hitting the jackpot. That gave you the confidence to leave your job and start gambling full-time, didn't it?
It's my money. I don't need your permission to do what I want with it.
Sure, I guess you don't. But if we're going to live together, maybe you could have at least consulted me about your plans.
Shut up. I told you it's my decision to make.
Fine. You're right. It's your decision. And it's also your decision to lose all that money you won, rack up more debt on top of it, and end up in this mess. That's all on you. None of it has anything to do with me.
Are you mocking me? Is that what this is?
Not at all. I'm just stating the facts. I mean, like I said, it's your problem. And soon enough, we won't even be married anymore, so it really won't matter to me.
I told you I'm not agreeing to this divorce, and as long as I don't sign those papers, it won't go through.
That's fine, if that's how you want to play it. I'll just hire a lawyer and take you to court.
Court? Are you seriously threatening to sue me?
Why not? I think I have more than enough grounds for it. I've endured constant emotional distress. You've contributed nothing financially. And on top of that, you wasted our money on gambling and drinking. That sounds like a pretty solid case to me.
You're blowing things way out of proportion, and I've given you money, haven't I?
Money that you borrowed, right? The same borrowed money you've been using to go to hostess clubs?
I told you I plan to win big again and pay it all back. I'm the guy who won $80,000 at the races once. I'll do it again, just you wait.
Wow, you're hopeless, aren't you? Do you even hear yourself right now? You sound like a child.
What did you just say? Don't you dare talk to me like that. I swear I'll knock you out.
And there it is. Another statement you probably shouldn't make if this does go to court. Also, you're too much of a coward to even say these things to my face. You're still holed up in your room, aren't you? That's how you always handle things. Whenever I say something, you ignore me and then send me passive-aggressive messages later. It's pathetic.
You!
And the hostess clubs you go to? You only like them because the women there listen to whatever nonsense you spew and let you vent your frustrations at them. You treat people like they're your personal punching bags. Well, guess what? We're not.
You! Damn it! Wait a minute, did you just say we?
Huh?
I get it now. You've been working with Jade, haven't ya? I thought it was strange when she suddenly asked me to go out with her. You two have been in cahoots, haven't ya? She's been pumping me for information and passing it along to you.
What? No, that's not true. I have no connection to Jade.
If that were true, the first thing out of your mouth would have been, "Who's Jade?"
Ah.
You're all just messing with me, aren't ya? First Jade and now you. Well, I won't stand for it. I'm gonna deal with Jade first. She thinks she could treat a paying customer like this. I won't let her get away with it. Hey, Jade! You betrayed me, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You told my wife everything about me, didn't you? You invited me out to make me talk, right? You're the one who pushed me to spill everything. I'm paying you and you're supposed to be on my side. How dare you do this to me?
You're the one being ridiculous here.
What?
You're always taking your frustrations out on me. Just because you're a paying customer, you think you can treat me however you want? You think just because you're paying, I'm supposed to do whatever you say? You think that gives you the right to act however you want?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
There are girls who've quit working here because of the things you said to them. I don't know if it was because you lost at gambling or something else, but hurting women just to vent your frustrations makes you less than trash. And I didn't just sit around while all this was happening. I tried to help my childhood friend who ended up marrying a cowardly, pathetic guy like you. And that's it. So what? Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I do have a problem with it. This is insane.
And tell me specifically what's insane about it.
Like, what's with your attitude?
My attitude? Well, I'm not working right now, so I don't have to pretend like I care about your endless complaints. I don't have to smile and act like I care when you're being rude and throwing insults at me. I'm not going to just laugh it off anymore. I'm done with that. It seems like you can't even say anything directly to Brooke. You lock yourself in a room and send all those passive-aggressive messages instead, don't you? You can't say a word face-to-face because deep down you're a coward. You only feel like you can say whatever you want to someone like me, who's just a servant to you because I'm getting paid. You know what? That's pathetic.
Coward?
Yeah, you're a coward. You can only act tough and say whatever you want to people you think are beneath you. You can't face someone on equal terms, can you? I'm right, aren't I? You don't have the guts to say anything directly to Brooke, and now you're here yelling at me. You act tough because you think that's how it works with me, but you can't do that with anyone on the same level as you. You're just a coward who hides behind your money.
That's not it. I'm not like that at all.
Everybody knows the truth. Everyone can see you're a cowardly, weak man who can't even take responsibility for his own actions. And now you're yelling at me because I tried to help someone who had the misfortune of being involved with you. This is how you react when someone tries to protect their friend? You lash out like this? Well, guess what? You don't intimidate me. Oh, and just so you know, you're banned from the club. You won't be allowed to come back. You're on the blacklist now, and I don't think you'll be able to get in anywhere else around here. You'll have to find some low-budget place if you want to go out, but I'm sure you'll find somewhere willing to take your money. They'll probably let you in somewhere like that. Don't even think about stepping foot in here again. We don't need people like you.
What the hell? Wait a second.
Oh, you want to talk about it more? You want to complain? Why don't you come to the club and tell me everything to my face? If you're brave enough to do that, of course. I'd love to see you try.
How long are you planning to stay holed up in this room? I've had enough of this place and I'm leaving. You should start looking for a new place to stay too.
Wait, are you really going to abandon me like this?
Huh? Abandon you? You've got it all wrong. I'm not abandoning you. I'm running away from you. Don't use that word with me. It makes no sense to even talk about abandonment when you're the one causing all this trouble.
Listen, I swear to you, I'm gonna change. I've had a real wake-up call. I know I've been awful. I've messed everything up, and I've been so frustrated that I've been taking it out on you, on Jade, and even on others who didn't deserve it.
Well, maybe you should reflect on it more. But I'm done. I can't keep living like this, and I definitely can't keep seeing your face every day.
Please, I'm really sorry. I swear, I've changed. Please, just stay with me as my wife. I promise I'll do the right thing from now on. I'll work hard, I'll pay off my debts, and I'll be the kind of man you deserve.
Why? Why do you even want to stay married to me? After everything?
Because I really do love you.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. I love you more than anything. The reason I came home every night wasn't just to avoid problems. It was because I wanted to see you. The nights I lashed out and got angry, I always regretted it afterward. I hated myself for it, but it was like I was stuck in this cycle of frustration. I couldn't stop it, and it just made everything worse.
You think that makes any sense? All you're telling me is that I'll just become the target again. No matter how much you say you regret it, it's not going to change anything.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right about that. I can't promise it won't happen again, but I swear I'll try. Please, just let me prove that I can change.
And so what's going to be different this time? You'll change for a while, but eventually you'll just go back to your old ways. That's how it's always been, hasn't it? You only ever really regret things when it's too late. And honestly, I'm tired of being caught in that cycle. I don't want to be your punching bag anymore.
I know I've messed up. I've hurt you, and I know I don't deserve another chance. But if you love me too, maybe you could give me one last chance. Just stay with me.
If you loved me, you'd respect my decision now. I've made up my mind. I'm not going to live like this anymore, and I don't want to live with someone who can't respect my choices.
You're right. I get it. I've been selfish, and I'm sorry. I've caused you so much pain, and I know it's not easy to forgive. But if there's any chance, please let me prove that I'm serious. Please stay with me.
I didn't think I'd hear you admit it so easily. Well, I'm leaving for now. I'll go back to my parents' house. You know what you need to do. Sign the divorce papers, take them to the city office, and get this over with.
But if you ever feel like it, you can come back. As long as I can still pay the rent, I'll be here waiting, hoping that one day you'll come back to me.
I'm sorry, but that's just not going to happen. If you tell me to come back, it'll make me uncomfortable. I don't want to hear that. Honestly, it just feels wrong. It's better if we both move on from this. I returned to my parents' house, and I never went back to the house I had been living in with Gabe. That was a decision I made very clearly, and the more time passed, the more certain I became that I had done the right thing. Gabe seemed to be waiting for me, hoping that I would come back as long as he could still afford the rent. But even though he tried to maintain that kind of hope, there was no turning back for me. The truth was, after the divorce proceedings, I never had a single opportunity to meet with him again. Not once. He always seemed to want me back, desperately, and even though I hadn't asked for it, he started transferring money into my account as if it was alimony. In fact, I was surprised when he did this because, in a way, it felt like he was trying to fulfill a responsibility he thought was expected of him. However, according to Jade, Gabe had recently been banned from a hostess club in the neighboring town, which made me realize something. No matter how much he tried to portray himself as someone who was regretting his actions and wanted to change, his fundamental personality hadn't changed. It was still the same Gabe, wrapped in the same behaviors. I couldn't help but think that the changes he claimed he was undergoing were just superficial efforts to keep up appearances. From what I gathered, Gabe had some remorse for what had happened, but it wasn't enough to make a significant impact. It wasn't the kind of change I could count on, and even though part of me wished for him to genuinely change, I also knew that it would take much more than a few attempts to transfer money or say the right things. If I wanted him to improve, not just for me but for himself as well, but in the end, I wasn't sure if he would ever have the courage to make real changes. On the other hand, Jade, my dependable childhood friend, was still working at the Hostess Club. Despite everything going on in her life, she remained strong, continuing her work and helping me in so many ways. I couldn't count how many times I'd leaned on her for advice or support, whether it was about Gabe, about family matters, or about my life in general. Jade was the kind of friend who always knew how to help in times of need, and I truly felt that I could rely on her for everything. Thinking about it now, I realize that Jade's loyalty and strength have meant the world to me, especially when I was going through the roughest parts of my life. And though it's not always easy to express gratitude, I constantly thought about how I could thank her for all the support she had given me. She never once judged me, and her kindness and unwavering support were the reasons I was able to stand strong. I considered giving her a gift, something simple but meaningful. A set of jelly jars, maybe. It might seem trivial, but I knew that Jade would appreciate the gesture. It wasn't about the value of the gift. It was more about showing her that I recognized her kindness. I always felt that I owed her something, but it was hard to find a way to truly repay her for everything she had done for me. Perhaps the jelly jars wouldn't be much, but it would be a small token of my appreciation for all she had done in my life. After I left Gabe in my old home, I decided to live alone once again. I had moved back to my parents' house initially, but it was never meant to be a permanent arrangement. I was just taking a break, figuring things out and deciding on the next steps. Living alone felt like a necessary change. It was something I needed, a chance to rediscover myself and take control of my own life without anyone else's interference. At the moment, I don't have any plans to get married, and I'm not in a relationship either. I'm not in any rush to jump into another relationship, especially after everything I've gone through. In fact, I'm focused on rebuilding my life and getting to a place where I can be happy on my own. I know that when the time comes for me to marry again, I will make sure that it happens on my terms. No more rushing into decisions or hoping that things will work out just because I want them to. Next time, I will make sure to live together with my partner before taking such a big step, so we can truly understand each other in every way. I've learned so much from my past experiences, particularly from my time with Gabe. There were moments when everything seemed perfect, when I thought maybe this was the one, the relationship that would work out. But looking back, I see now that there were so many signs I ignored, things I chose not to confront. If I had been more honest with myself from the beginning, I might have realized earlier that Gabe and I just weren't meant to be. Our relationship was filled with contradictions. On one hand, there were times when I felt comfortable, even fulfilling, but those moments were always overshadowed by the bigger issues we never dealt with. Gabe, in particular, was someone who didn't want to confront the hard truths. He preferred to sweep things under the rug, hoping they would fix themselves. But life doesn't work that way, and eventually the problems piled up until they couldn't be ignored. The most difficult part of it all was realizing how much I ignored in order to keep the peace. I tried so hard to make the relationship work, and in doing so I compromised parts of myself that I shouldn't have. Gabe, on the other hand, kept thinking that he could keep going without addressing the real issues. And as much as I wanted to believe in him, I knew deep down that he wasn't going to change unless he wanted to. And that change was something he wasn't ready for. When I left him and moved out, it was clear that Gabe didn't know how to handle the situation. His actions felt like desperate attempts to fix something that couldn't be fixed. He transferred money to me thinking it would somehow make up for everything that had gone wrong, but the truth was it didn't feel like an act of genuine responsibility. It felt like an obligation he was trying to fulfill just to ease his own conscience. As for Jade, I can't even begin to describe how much she has meant to me during all of this. She's been there for me in ways that no one else could be. She's been my rock, my guide, and my constant support system. Even when things seemed impossible, Jade was always there, offering her advice and her friendship without asking for anything in return. There's a bond between us that goes beyond words, and I know I'll always be grateful for her presence in my life. She's faced her own struggles, her own challenges, but through it all, she's remained strong. It's one of the reasons I admire her so much. She never lets things get the best of her, and even when she's faced with difficulty, she knows how to keep moving forward. I think that's one of the things I've learned from her, the ability to keep going no matter how tough things get. Now that I'm living alone again, I've had the chance to reflect on everything that's happened. It's been a time of self-discovery, of learning to live for myself and not for anyone else. The lessons I've learned have been invaluable, And though I still have a long way to go, I feel stronger now than I ever have before. When I think about the future, I don't feel scared anymore. For the first time in a long time, I'm not afraid to be on my own. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm learning to trust myself. I know that one day when I'm ready, I'll find the right person, but I'm not in a rush. There's so much more to life than being in a relationship, and I'm determined to enjoy every moment of this journey. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.